Are you even listening to me? Hello? Hi, my name is Mackenzie Gregory, and I don't know about you, but I get asked if I'm listening all the time. I've been doing research to better my listening so that I can have more meaningful conversations with people. And today, I'm going to share with you what I've learned. In this speech, I will show you how to find your listening style, learn new ways to improve your listening ability, and show the speaker that you're paying attention to what they are saying. There are 3 main styles of listening, and it's important to know what yours is. The 3 styles of listening are analytical, relational, and critical. During analytical listening, you're actively analyzing and evaluating the information given to you and making judgments before commenting on it. During relational listening, you're focusing on a person's emotions and feelings. It's often used in a relationship setting. It can also be used in the workplace when trying to get people to trust you. And lastly, critical listening is best used in an argument to try and determine misinformation versus valid points when making an informed decision. Now that you know the listening styles, you should be able to determine which one you should be using during the conversation. The best way to do this is to read the situation and know who you're talking with. Often you're going to talk differently with different people. Good examples of this are when you're talking with a close loved one, like a family member or a friend, you're going to be using relational listening. However, if they're asking you about a formal topic, it's best to use critical listening. In a business scenario, you're going to be using analytical listening so that you can evaluate the information that's being given to you. Now that you have an idea of your listening style, you can use this to improve your listening. Other ways to improve your listening are to show the speaker that you're paying attention to what they're saying. There are verbal and nonverbal ways of doing this. Some verbal ways of doing this are to ask questions. If you don't understand what the speaker is saying, or you don't understand the definition to a word, ask them to evaluate further. Another is to empathize with the speaker. Make comments and remarks that show them that you're listening to them and that you care about what they're talking about. And lastly is to repeat and rephrase. Simply do this by repeating back to them something that they've already said. This shows them that you're paying attention to what they are saying. Now, some nonverbal ways of showing a speaker that you're paying attention to them. Pay attention to their nonverbal cues. Often they're saying a lot with their facial expressions, their body movements, their posture, and it says a lot more than the words that they're saying. Also, be sure to avoid judgment and making comments. Always have an open mind during conversations, and wait till after they're done with their statement before saying anything. Some other small things that show a speaker that you're paying attention to what they're saying is maintaining eye contact, taking notes, being patient with them, and being sure that you're paying attention to your facial expressions. Now that you know some ways to improve your listening, be sure to use them in your next conversation. Knowing your listening style and knowing how to show a speaker that you're paying attention to them are good ways to show that you're a great listener. Being able to learn new listening abilities, knowing your listening style, and knowing to show a speaker how to pay attention to them are key components to being a good and active listener. Well, I hope you've been listening. Otherwise, you'll never learn how. Thank you for following along with this speech, and I hope you learned something new today.